Hey YouTube, Ham and, say it with me, America's Chicken, back here with you. Package came actually yesterday while I was out doing wrestling with the truck from our very good friend and another brother-in-arms, Gavkoo. He had offered to make me a sheath for my K-Bar BK2. And as usual, I'll tell you, if you have not yet found a reason to have this guy do a sheath for you, whether it's a fixed blade, a small blade, of course he didn't make this one, but this was his knife that he sent me. Anyway, or, he's going to hate me for this, but he does folders too, but the folders are extraordinarily difficult and he's not really excited about doing these, but I've been carrying this. I like it. There's no comparison for a couple of reasons. Number one, here's the BK2. Let's take it out. Okay. Now, the BK2 is another product of the meeting of Becker and K-Bar. Okay. BK2 and K-Bar. This is an American-made knife. You all know the qualities of the BK2, so I'm not going to waste time with that. Comes with this very great handle. It's made, again, for mitts my size. You gotta love it. And just another incredible knife, a worthy cousin to the beast. Okay? But, again, here's the sheath it comes with. Now, I'm not going to risk putting it back in, but this sheath, and Gav has actually talked to people that work with these and they admit that they didn't spend a lot of time or effort on the sheath. This is fiberglass reinforced injection molded plastic. Now what that does is it creates a very hard, virtually almost unbreakable, well, unless you hit it with a hammer or something, but a very strong sheath that is designed to protect the blade. The only problem is the interior of the sheath is actually stronger than the edge of the knife. It just is. It's resistant. I mean, you can sit here and hammer it all day long and it's really not even going to scuff up much. Now, what happens when you put a knife in the sheath? You're never going to get it straight in. It's always going down with either a downward or an upward force, but it's going to bounce around inside here on the way in. When it does, this beautifully honed edge that you may have put on yourself and spent long minutes grinding and stropping and getting to a point that you're comfortable with just a few pulls, because that's the other thing. Once the knife is in and you pull it out, do you pull it straight? Normally not. It's going to, again, deflect at some point downward onto the edge bottom of the sheath. And you might as well be taking a piece of rusty iron and just scraping it along the side of there, because what you do is you dull this edge in just a few pulls. So, yeah, you're protecting the knife, but when you really need it, what you're pulling out is basically a piece of flat steel that couldn't cut butter. Okay? So, great idea, actually pretty well made, but incredibly detrimental to maintaining the kind of quality edge that we all prefer on our blades. So, by unanimous consensus by everybody who is serious about knives, Kydex, if you're looking for a hard protective case, Kydex is the material to go with, because it is not reinforced. It is just strong compound plastic molding. And when you put it in the hands of somebody like Gavkoo, it becomes a very, very, very high quality, dependable, useful sheath. Now again, it's got his trademark dual access strapping on this. Dual axis, I should say. Horizontal, you can put it along your belt or along a pack, hang it horizontally. You want to wear it off the back, you want to wear it along the side and pull, that's fine. Or you've got the vertical belt loop, so you can hang it in a direction that is going to facilitate pulling the blade out when you really need it. But when you put the knife inside of this sheath, it does not impact the edge whatsoever. You can pull this over and over again and you will not dull that edge. And that is, in a nutshell, the big difference on Kydex sheaths and why these are so treasured by the people that own them. And I'm very proud to count myself among them. Now, besides that, he also, because he's a rascally little guy, he had done a video on these a few weeks ago, maybe a month. He started making these fire steels with some of this amazing glow-in-the-dark epoxy compound that he's been doing scales for various knives with and other things. And I'll tell you something, I haven't had the chance yet to really light this up, but I just think it's absolutely phenomenal that he would include this. He did it as a favor to me. We've been trading stuff back and forth, and I haven't quite worked out the mounting yet, but it does work right there. And it's the perfect combination if you're having to grab something and bail out really quick, that knife and that. And of course, we had also talked about webbing these straps, and he was kind enough to send me a few extra feet of the strapping to work on some other stuff of my own, and a little bag of the grommet screw locks to go through that webbing and attach them to the sheaths. What a guy. You know, truly one of the great people that I have discovered on YouTube, and I'm very happy to say just about all the people that I've met on YouTube have been of that same quality. I am very proud to be a member of the community. As I've said before, Fred is so overcome with emotion he's speechless. You know? Yeah, there are other reasons he's got that expression on the face, but one of them is he's just damn glad to be here. As am I. Thank you all again. Gav, once again, man, the ball's in my court. I'm putting together a package for you now. I really appreciate this. Thanks, everybody. Be safe. Have fun. We'll catch you later.